This car is so desired, so easy to disappear into the night, that it's officially the most stolen vehicle in America right now. And the crazy part? It's not even a brand new supercar. It's the kind of car you've probably passed on your way to work this morning. That's the shocking truth about stolen vehicles. They're often the cars hiding in plain sight. And today, we're diving into the 12 most stolen cars in America right now. Starting off with the Chevrolet Silverado full-size pickup.
A vehicle was stolen from the Lowe's parking lot in Starkville this morning around 8 a.m. It is a 2010 black Chevrolet Silverado.
The workhorse of America has become the jackpot for thieves. The Chevy Silverado is everywhere. Job sites, suburbs, highways, and that makes it a perfect target. Its popularity means there are always replacement parts in demand, which makes stolen Silverados extremely profitable on the black market. Think about it. This is one of the most common trucks on American roads. Contractors use them, families drive them, and businesses rely on them every single day. That level of saturation creates the perfect storm for criminals, because every part of a Silverado has value. Need an engine swap? A stolen Silverado provides it. Need body panels for repair? Same deal. Even the smallest parts, mirrors, tailgates, headlights, get pulled and sold. For chop shops, a Silverado is like hitting the lottery. What makes it even juicier for criminals is the simple fact that owners often leave them packed with tools, gear, or valuables. A Silverado parked at a job site might have thousands of dollars in equipment inside. So one break-in and suddenly thieves have scored both a truck and a treasure chest. That double payoff makes Silverados an irresistible steal compared to other vehicles. And thieves don't always steal them to resell. Many times, stolen Silverados are used to commit other crimes. Their size and towing capacity make them the perfect getaway or cargo hauler. Smash and grab operations, heavy theft jobs, even transporting stolen goods. Silverados are often the wheels behind the crime. But here's the real kicker. The Silverado recently leapfrogged into the #1 spot on NICB's stolen car list, unseating other longtime champions. It's not just popular with honest drivers, it's become the crown jewel for car thieves across the country. And don't get comfortable yet, because the next vehicle we'll talk about has been a thief's favorite for over 2 decades straight. But before I reveal that to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as 99% of you aren't subscribed. Now, the car we all knew would make this list, the Honda Civic. If you think thieves are only chasing after shiny new trucks, think again. The Honda Civic has been one of the most consistently stolen cars in the US for more than 20 years. Why? Simplicity and demand. The Civic is almost a legend in the car theft world. Millions have been sold in America, and they've built a reputation for being durable, affordable, and endlessly customizable. That reputation has a dark side though, because the same traits that make the Civic so popular with drivers also make it a dream target for thieves. Older Civics, in particular, are shockingly easy to steal. Their basic keys, minimal factory security systems, and ignition designs have all been exploited for decades. Criminals don't need high-tech gadgets or hacking tools, just a bit of know-how and a few seconds, and they're gone. That ease of entry is why certain model years of the Civic still dominate theft reports today. Then there's the modification culture. The Civic is one of the most tuned, customized, and rebuilt cars in history. Engines, wheels, body panels, and interiors can all be swapped and upgraded. That makes Civic parts as good as gold in the underground market. Even if a stolen Civic isn't worth much as a whole car, chop shops can strip it down and sell the pieces to thousands of eager tuners, racers, and repair shops who know exactly what they're looking for. And let's not forget the invisibility factor. A Civic doesn't draw attention. A thief can park it on a crowded street or in an apartment lot, and nobody would think twice. That low profile makes it one of the safest bets for criminals who want to avoid heat. But if you think the Civic is bad, just wait until we get to its big brother, because the Accord might be even more tempting to criminals. This one shouldn't shock anyone. The Honda Accord has been near the top of America's most stolen car charts for decades, and it's still hanging on strong. If the Civic is the appetizer, the Accord is the main course for car thieves. The Accord has been a staple of American driveways since the 1970s. Families buy them, students drive them, commuters swear by them. That popularity means one thing for criminals: endless opportunity. When there are millions of Accords on the road, there's a constant need for replacement parts, engines, doors, transmissions, and electronics. For thieves, every stolen Accord is like a walking parts store, ready to be dismantled and sold off piece by piece. And it isn't just about resale. The Accord's reputation for reliability makes it especially valuable overseas. Stolen Accords are often shipped to foreign markets where Hondas are considered premium, and buyers don't care if the VIN number tells a sketchy story. That international demand has kept the Accord near the top of theft lists year after year. Like the Civic, older Accords are ridiculously simple to hotwire. No advanced hacking needed, just old-school tricks, and they're gone in minutes. That's why you still see 1990s and early 2000s Accords in NICB theft reports today. But don't think the newer models are completely safe. Modern thieves have upgraded their playbook. With key cloning devices and relay attacks that capture a signal from your fob, even late-model Accords can disappear without a broken window or a forced ignition. It's this deadly mix of availability, profitability, and vulnerability that makes the Accord such a consistent target. Year after year, it proves that being popular isn't always a good thing. But let's not give Honda all the spotlight, because Toyota has a secret weapon that's taking theft rates to new heights: the Toyota Camry. The Camry has long been America's safe, boring, reliable sedan. But for thieves, that makes it the golden goose. Just like the Accord, the Camry is everywhere. And when something is everywhere, its parts are like currency. For decades, the Camry has been the go-to car for families, commuters, and anyone who wants a reliable ride without flash. But that very reputation works against it. Thieves see the Camry not as boring, but as easy money. Its sheer numbers on the road guarantee a steady stream of demand for parts, bumpers, engines, transmissions, airbags, even seats. Chop shops can take one stolen Camry and keep multiple other Toyotas alive and running. What's surprising is that Camrys aren't exactly performance icons. Nobody's drifting a Camry through Tokyo streets or flexing one at car shows. Yet they're still top-tier targets because of their compatibility. Many Camry parts fit seamlessly into other Toyota models like the Avalon, RAV4, and even some Lexus vehicles. That interchangeability makes them a jackpot for criminals who know how to strip a car in hours. In fact, the Toyota name itself carries weight in theft rings. Reliability and longevity mean international demand is massive. In developing countries where Toyota is a luxury badge, stolen Camrys can be shipped overseas and sold at premium prices. A car that may seem average here in the US suddenly becomes aspirational and worth far more abroad. And let's not forget, while many newer Camrys come with anti-theft features, criminals are keeping pace. Relay attacks, key cloning, and even software exploits have made it possible to swipe modern models without so much as a broken window. But the Camry isn't even the most stolen Toyota. And the next one on our list has thieves licking their lips even more: the Toyota Corolla. If there's one car that screams blend in, it's the Corolla. Millions sold, millions on the road, and guess what? Millions of opportunities for thieves. The Corolla is the definition of an unassuming ride. It doesn't roar like a muscle car or shine like a luxury sedan, but that's exactly why it's so attractive to criminals. When you steal a Corolla, you don't have to worry about drawing attention. It can cruise past dozens of police cars or sit parked in a crowded lot without raising the slightest suspicion. That low-profile nature makes it one of the safest bets for car thieves. The international demand for Corollas is another massive factor. In developing markets, where Toyota is seen as the gold standard for reliability, a used Corolla isn't just a car, it's a prized possession. Thieves know this, and many stolen Corollas end up inside shipping containers bound for overseas buyers willing to pay big money. A vehicle that may feel common and cheap in America suddenly transforms into a luxury class import in other parts of the world. Then there's the issue of parts. Another advantage for criminals? Parts interchangeability. A door from one Corolla often fits multiple model years. Same goes for transmissions, engines, and countless other components. That makes the Corolla the Lego set of the stolen car world, easy to break apart and resell piece by piece. Chop shops love them because they're quick to strip and easy to flip. Believe it or not, SUVs are also climbing the ranks fast, and the next one might surprise you: the Ford F-150 and full-size pickups. The Ford F-Series is the king of American roads, and unfortunately, also a king of theft. The F-150 is more than just a truck. It's a symbol of American life. Contractors, ranchers, families, and weekend adventurers all rely on it. But that massive popularity has an ugly downside. The more of them out there, the easier it is for thieves to blend a stolen one into the crowd. An F-150 on the road doesn't turn heads. It just looks like every other truck. That invisibility makes it a thief's dream getaway vehicle. Ford trucks aren't just valuable, they're versatile. Stolen F-150s can vanish into rural areas and be hidden for weeks without suspicion. They can be chopped down for parts, which are always in demand thanks to the millions of F-Series trucks still running strong. In some cases, they're even smuggled across borders where American trucks are considered luxury goods and fetch enormous prices. And here's the scary part. Thieves don't always steal them for resale. Some use them as tools for bigger crimes. A full-size Ford pickup has the towing power and brute force to haul stolen goods, smash through barriers, or serve as a battering ram in smash-and-grab robberies. It's not just transportation, it becomes part of the criminal operation itself. One chilling stat. In several states, the F-150 is the single most stolen vehicle year after year. That dominance proves just how attractive they are to criminals. For law enforcement, that means chasing down F-Series thefts has practically become routine. But keep watching, because a certain Japanese brand is about to dominate this list in ways that might surprise you. The Nissan Altima. If you've ever rented a car, you've probably driven a Nissan Altima. And if you've ever read a theft report, you've probably noticed the Altima is always near the top. The Altima is everywhere. Rental fleets buy them in bulk, families love them as daily commuters, and used car lots across America are filled with them. That saturation makes them an easy target. Because when something is this common, it can disappear without anyone raising an eyebrow. A stolen Altima blends into traffic so seamlessly that even a trained eye might not notice. Altimas are incredibly common, easy to blend in with, and not exactly loaded with cutting-edge theft prevention. That combo makes them an easy grab for criminals. Older models especially lack advanced anti-theft systems, and their key-based ignitions are child's play for experienced thieves. Even newer push-to-start versions aren't immune. Relay attacks can capture the fob signal and trick the car into unlocking itself. Many thieves target Altimas specifically for their engines, which are used across several Nissan models like the Maxima, Rogue, and Murano. That means a single stolen Altima can provide parts for multiple other vehicles. Others aren't after resale value at all. They simply steal them for temporary use, driving them until they're low on gas and then abandoning them in a parking lot, knowing they can just swipe another one tomorrow. But here's the thing. Altima thefts have been climbing steadily over the past decade, showing that thieves aren't just going after trucks and Hondas anymore. Sedans like this are still prime real estate, proving that being ordinary doesn't mean you're safe. Speaking of climbing, the next category of vehicles might shock you, because full-size SUVs are now a hot commodity in the theft game. The GMC Sierra full-size pickup. Think of the GMC Sierra as the Silverado's cousin, and it's just as tempting to thieves. Since it shares so many parts with the Silverado, it becomes equally valuable in the chop shop world. For thieves, the Sierra is basically a two-for-one deal. Everything from the engine to the bed panels to the electronics can be stripped and sold, not just to Sierra owners, but also to Silverado drivers who need replacements. That overlap in parts makes it one of the most profitable trucks to steal, because demand is practically endless. If you run a chop shop, one Sierra can keep your business running for weeks. Owners often trick out their Sierras with aftermarket wheels, lifts, and performance parts, which makes them even more lucrative targets. A single set of custom rims can be worth thousands on the resale market. And thieves know this. They'll target trucks not just for the vehicle itself, but for the upgrades bolted onto them. And because they're big and powerful, they're sometimes stolen not to resell, but to be used as battering rams in other crimes. Yes, thieves will literally steal a Sierra just to drive it through storefronts during a robbery. Others use them as tow vehicles to steal trailers or haul stolen goods. It's a shocking reality. But trucks like this are often tools for criminals as much as trophies. Another factor that makes them vulnerable is where they're parked. Sierras are common in rural areas, where owners often leave them outside at night. Without garage protection, they're sitting ducks for organized theft crews. But if you think pickups are the only category climbing the charts, just wait until we get to America's best-selling SUV, the Toyota Tacoma. Compact, rugged, and wildly popular, the Toyota Tacoma has become a prime target. Off-road enthusiasts love them, which means demand for parts is sky high. And unlike full-size trucks, a Tacoma is small enough to vanish quickly yet still valuable enough to strip. The Tacoma isn't just a truck, it's a lifestyle. Outdoor adventurers, overlanders, and weekend warriors all swear by it. That popularity creates a ripple effect in the theft world. When owners constantly upgrade with aftermarket bumpers, lift kits, racks, and lighting, thieves see dollar signs. A single stolen Tacoma can yield thousands in custom parts before the base truck is even considered. Tacomas also have a cult following internationally, which makes them ideal for export. In many regions, especially Central and South America, a Tacoma is seen as the ultimate do-everything vehicle, strong enough for farm work, durable enough for long-distance travel, and stylish enough to be considered aspirational. Thieves often steal them, load them onto shipping containers, and send them overseas where they'll fetch premium prices far higher than what they'd get locally. And while some cars are stolen purely for parts, Tacomas are also highly prized intact. Their legendary reliability means that even older models hold their value. A thief can steal a decade-old Tacoma and still find eager buyers willing to pay good money, no questions asked. For criminals, a Tacoma isn't just a truck, it's a golden ticket. It's versatile, profitable, and in extremely high demand both at home and abroad. That makes it one of the most desirable mid-size trucks on the theft market today. But here's the shocking twist. While Tacomas are climbing the theft charts, their bigger brother is causing even more trouble: the Toyota Highlander. Now we're talking SUVs, and the Highlander is leading the charge. Over the last few years, Highlander thefts have skyrocketed. Why? Because families love them, which means there are millions out there to choose from. The Highlander has become one of Toyota's best-selling SUVs, offering that perfect balance between comfort, size, and reliability. But what makes it appealing to families also makes it a magnet for thieves. When a vehicle is this popular, there's a constant demand for spare parts, whether it's transmissions, engines, electronics, or body panels. A stolen Highlander can be stripped in hours, with its pieces fetching thousands on the black market. Highlanders are also loaded with features, navigation systems, entertainment packages, high-end safety tech, and luxury trims that make them even more valuable. Criminals know that the more gadgets packed into a car, the more profit they can squeeze out of it. Another angle thieves exploit is overseas demand. Ship one overseas and you've got a near-luxury SUV for markets starving for Toyotas. In some regions, Highlanders are considered premium imports, and buyers don't ask questions about where they came from. The NICB has flagged Highlanders as one of the fastest rising targets in the country, and that's no coincidence. What's really frightening is the way they're being stolen. Many thieves don't even need to break in anymore. Using advanced tech like relay attacks, they can capture the signal from your key fob and trick the SUV into unlocking and starting, all without smashing a single window. For the victim, it looks like their car just vanished into thin air. The Dodge Charger. The Dodge Charger has muscle, attitude, and unfortunately, a huge bullseye on its back. Performance cars like the Charger attract a different breed of thief, one that wants speed, style, and resale value. Unlike family sedans or work trucks, the Charger appeals to thrill seekers. Its aggressive styling, roaring exhaust, and reputation as a modern muscle car make it a high-profile prize. For criminals, it's not just about profit, it's about power. Many stolen Chargers end up being used in joyrides, reckless street races, or high-speed getaways that put everyone else on the road at risk. Police departments across the country regularly report seeing Chargers involved in pursuits because thieves crave the adrenaline as much as the resale value. The Charger is often stolen for joyrides, high-speed crimes, and of course, its powerful engines. Its Hemi V8 variants, especially the Scat Pack and Hellcat models, are worth a fortune when stripped for parts. Even base trims, with their solid drivetrains and interchangeable components, are profitable in the chop shop market. A single stolen Charger can be dismantled into thousands of dollars worth of parts within a day. Insurance companies have caught on to this trend. In fact, Dodge Chargers have such a theft reputation that many insurers raise premiums for them. Owning one might make you feel like a boss, but it also paints a target on your back. Thieves know exactly what they're looking for, and they'll go out of their way to snag a Charger, whether it's parked in a driveway, on the street, or even in a supposedly secure garage. Muscle cars aren't the only Dodges on thieves' radar. If the Charger is a street racer's dream, the Ram pickup is the workhorse every criminal wants their hands on. If there's one truck that screams American muscle and utility, it's the Dodge Ram. But while owners love them for power and toughness, thieves love them for a very different reason: profit. The Ram has carved out a reputation as one of the most rugged and dependable full-size pickups in America. It's used by contractors, ranchers, and families alike, which means there are millions of them on the road. That massive presence turns the Ram into a high-value target because every stolen truck can feed an endless demand for replacement parts. Rams are among the most popular pickups in the country, which means replacement parts are always in demand. Engines, transmissions, and body panels can disappear into chop shops and reappear in resale markets almost instantly. And because many Rams are loaded with luxury trims and tech packages, heated seats, infotainment systems, advanced driver assist features, their stolen value skyrockets compared to a bare-bones work truck. Criminals know that stealing a high-trim Ram can bring in thousands more than an older, stripped-down version. What makes them even more vulnerable is the way they're often used. Many Ram owners leave them parked in driveways, loaded with expensive tools, gear, or cargo. To a thief, that's double the score. Steal the truck and everything inside it. It's not uncommon for victims to lose both their vehicle and thousands of dollars worth of equipment in one hit. But getting your car stolen is one thing, crashing it is another. And there's a lot of ways this can be prevented. So I made a full video on 25 tips you can apply today that will make you a safer driver. And you can watch that now by clicking the video on screen.